It's time for the brainstorm. Today we're going to be doing a Aquaponics update. In today's update, we're going to be able to turn the lights on and off with a relay, create an auto feeder. We're also going to be doing a water change because it's Friday. When I do a water change, I use a siphon to go through all the media, and then I dump the water into my shower. Then I use the shower to collect more water. I removed about 5 full jugs from the tank, which equates to about 2.5 gallons. Using water conditioner, I added 2.5 milliliters to the initial jug. Then I dump all the water into the grow bed, which eventually finds its way back down to the aquarium. From there, I add aquarium salt, and I'm good to go. Now while we're here, let's take a moment to appreciate my amazing camera setup. I got a lamp on top of 4 boxes, and the lamp is connected to a popsicle stick which holds up my phone through a little binder clip, which is balancing on said popsicle stick. There we go. And basically that's it. The rest of this is just to help diffuse the lighting. Finally, I am able to use my relay. So this is a Veloman IO 5-volt relay. The way it works is that there's 3 pins. Let's see if I can get those on screen. They're a little difficult, they're behind the metal pins, but we got an S, S for signal, a plus for positive, and negative for negative. Now I have these 3 wires I'm going to connect to it. So, as standard, I'm going to connect white and black to positive and negative respectively, and in this case I'm going to use my blue as signal. Now these are 3 different areas we can connect our wires to. And if we look closely, they are labeled. One of them says NC and the other one says NO. This stands for normally closed and normally open. Normally closed refers to a closed circuit, meaning it's always on, and then normally open is referring to an open circuit to where it's not connected. Now what that means is whenever this relay is turned off, it's going to be defaulting to these settings, either normally open or normally closed. Whenever we turn on the relay, it will flip the switch and reverse them. So normally open will finally become a closed circuit, and normally closed will finally be an open circuit. This is just dependent on what you want your project to be, but for my case, I'm going to be using the normally open because I'm trying to control a light that will only be on for about 8 hours a day. So I don't really need the normally closed. Now the first thing I'm going to do is find a cable that is going to let me connect into here. So what I have, pretty standard, I suppose, 2-wall socket, I guess, outlet. However, I did put electrical tape over the ground because we're not going to be using the ground for this project. And then we're left with our positive and negative. The way you know if it's positive or negative is whether it has the 3 stripes on the end. So this top one is the positive because it has the ridges, and this side is the negative because it's smooth. So it doesn't matter which one I put in, as long as one of them are in there. Now I like to put my positive into the relay, but it really doesn't matter. There we go. Now it's in. I'll have to give it a nice tug to see if it's in there, and it is. Alright, I'm currently trying to power my aquarium lights off a relay. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use a alligator clip. I'm going to connect it to the positive side. Oh, come on. Now this end of the alligator clip I've already pre-cut, and this end will fit snugly into the next part of the relay. So next, what I want to do is connect the grounds together, because now that the positives are basically connected, they have a switch in between them. I'm going to use alligator clip. Never forget to add some safety. One thing I also like to work on is adding some electrical tape to the back of the relay, just in case there's a little piece of metal that happens to be behind the relay and we don't want to cause a short. Next we are going to wrap the LED adapter with electrical tape. Alright, so once again to review, we got the wires from the wall, and I got the positive side connected through the relay to this other alligator clip that's going to the adapter, and then I just connected the ground side directly to the ground of the wall socket. And that's basically it. Next we got to connect the part to the Arduino. Alright, here we are at the mess that is my Aquaponics Arduino stuff. Now basically what's going to happen here is I'm going to connect this relay to the Arduino Nano that I have. So once again to review, we got 3 cables. We got positive, negative, and signal. Signal is going to connect to the digital pin, but right before we do that, let's make sure the relay works. I'm going to connect the positive rail, negative to negative rail. And I'm also going to take the signal, and the signal I'm also going to connect to the positive rail, because whenever the output pins of the Arduino turn on, they're just sending it a very similar signal that there is to the power rail. Awesome. So now we know it works. Alright, so now we're going to connect the signal part to any open digital pin on the Arduino. Now whenever I go into my program, all I gotta do is tell the Arduino to turn on D6 and then we'll be good to go. Alright, in the code I set the lights equal to 6 and I set it to output. From there I create an if statement saying if it's greater than 10 or less than 18, then to turn on, else turn off. Alright, and as we can see, it is working. I have set the Arduino to turn on and off at 10 and 6 p.m. respectively to give us an 8-hour time period. Now I'm just going to go set the Arduino to believe it is 5:59 and we're going to try it again to see if it automatically turns off. Alright, so now I've set it to believe it is 5:59 and it should be turning off at 6 o'clock. The code has been fixed. And let's see how this goes. Currently 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 6 o'clock. Awesome. So now we have our automatic day and night cycle for our platies. Alright, so now we're going to work on the auto fish feeder. So the way this works is there's going to be a salsa canister attached to a servo, and the servo is going to turn. It's going to feed the fish. Now I don't want the servo to fall into the water. Oh, looks like the fish kind of know what's up. They know what's up. Anyway, whatever. So what I want to do now is I want to attach some tape to the end of the popsicle stick so that it will attach itself to the glass better. I'm going to move the camera a little bit to do this. From here I have to attach the servo to the Arduino Nano, so I use a lot of male to female connectors to extend the cables all the way to the Arduino. Let's take a moment real quick to take a look at the fish. I like seeing them swim around in time-lapse mode. I think it's really funny. Almost there. And we're done. Awesome. After remembering how to use a servo, I created a function named feeder, and I set it to rotate the servo to 0 and 180 degrees a couple of times. And I put that function in an if statement. Well, I missed the recording, but it did work. I will say that. I'll let them eat though. Alright, quick update from last week. Nothing's really changed in terms of nitrites and nitrate levels. They're all about the same. I'm getting a little more root growth from my mid plants, however. Check that out. I'll move this to the side. Well, actually, yeah. On the side, I can lift this part up, and I can definitely see we got the signs of a pretty good looking root system. I don't even have to lift up anything here. If you lift up the plant a little bit, it's already trying to grow roots. Not much activity here. This is the latest one that I've put in. So I'm not expecting too much. However, I am getting a little bit right there. Alright, well that's it for this week. tune in next week to see if I can get something Halloween themed. I'm thinking of some sort of Arduino, like Halloween control thing, but you know, within a reasonable budget. I'll see you all next week. Peace out.